Another one bites the dust, so Ice Spice has lost yet another friend. So Cleotrapa reveals that when she went on tour with Ice Spice, it was basically just a terrible experience. Ice Spice told her that she wasn't gonna have to pay for anything, and also that she couldn't bring any like team or anything, or she would have to pay for their hotels. So she basically told Ice like, so is your security and everything gonna make sure I'm good? And Ice was like, yeah, you're gonna be with me, like you're gonna be in my dressing room. Everybody's gonna look out for you. Cleo got there and said that she was carrying her own bags in and out of hotels, up and down flights of steps, coming out of hotels in the pouring rain, having fans ask her for autographs, and she's having to like carry bags. She also talked about having to get dressed in public restrooms, like because they didn't have a dressing room for her. And Ice basically lied about her being able to always be in her dressing room. She even talked about one time where she left her Telfar bag in Ice's dressing room. Somehow it ended up outside of the dressing room in the hallway. And when she went to pick up her bag, she realized that her car had been used for $700. She talked about how Ice Spice was scared and thought Cardi B had sent some people to jump her. The whole time it was just a lady and her kids trying to get an autograph who told her to start with Cardi anyways. Now, Cleo had been tweeting things like this: me not eating all day and arguing is taking me down, and like I can't wait for this tour to be over, before the tour was even over and before like everybody knew they had fallen out. So the evidence is there that she'd been like feeling away. And Cleo said that she was surprised that Ice had even invited her on the tour because Ice never supported her music. But she said she felt like Ice was trying to make up for what happened where Baby Storm exposed these text messages where Ice was basically saying that Cleo is mad fake and she don't love her. Like, y'all could read it yourself. And Cleo was like, mind you, I met Ice in October 2022. I don't know what kind of friends my girl was used to, but I'm always happy for my friends. And I always say I love you on the phone. Which just shows me that Ice never really considered Cleo a friend, and she always felt like Cleo was like jealous of her or wanting to be her. And Cleo did mention that. She said that Ice told her that she believes everybody is jealous of her, even her own mom. Cleo also went on to talk about how there was one time where Ice Spice's hairstylist had came to her and said, Ice's team is going to order food for everybody, so let me know what you want to eat. She said she wanted a chicken salad, and then the hairstylist came back and showed her a message where the team was saying, like, Cleo's not a part of the budget. Like, she can't even get a chicken salad on their dime. And Cleo basically revealed that her and Ice was never real friends, despite what it looked like. She said she never spent more than 10 hours with Ice. Like, it was always an industry situation or like, a photo op or let's do some content together. It wasn't like spend a night at my house, we just chilling, no makeup. Like, it wasn't real friends. Cleo said they had went to like Texas, like in between Texas and Mexico. So they was like in the desert. It wasn't no Uber Eats to order. And it was a McDonald's like 10-minute walk away, but they in the desert. So, it's animals, insects. So they wanted a guy to walk with them. They asked Ice Spice team to walk with them. This is Cleo and Ice Spice hairstylist. And the team is basically like, no, we not walking with y'all, this, that, and the third. But nobody is mentioning like them eating either. Cleo said, come to find out, Ice Spice and all her team went to a steakhouse and they left Cleo and the hairstylist in a hotel. And then you can see right here, Ice Spice posting her eating a chicken salad, and there's like an untouched chicken salad in the back. And remember, Cleo was told she couldn't get a chicken salad because she's not a part of the budget. And then Ice also was posting stuff like this, like when she snuck out to the steakhouse. So it's like, I'm seeing this and I'm like, oh, so you out eating, but I'm right here in the hotel and I'm starving, like, and we friends, like, it's crazy. Ice's response was to basically go on Twitter Spaces and say that Cleo ate so much effing food and she's a effing vacuum and the server didn't know where the food went, and that Cleo should just be grateful that Ice is sharing her stage with her when she don't have to do that because Cleo got less than 10K followers or listeners on Spotify, I guess. And she was like, oh, like basically acting like Cleo just wanted to be all up under her. Like, oh, I can't go in my dressing room and play with my PUSSY one time. You got to be in my bed every night. That's crazy. Like, just being real dismissive of somebody that's supposed to be her friend. So Cleo responded and said, imagine being called big by someone that was just big. I'm going to bed, bro. Ozempic got y'all gassed and fat phobic now, bet. So to me, Cleo is kind of revealing some tea that Ice is on Ozempic, which has been alleged and rumored, and also that she's dating Riot, which has been alleged and rumored. So I'm still saying allegedly, but it sounds like she's confirming it because she's her friend. Sidebar, for a long time, people were saying they wanted to see who Ice Spice's dad was. So apparently this is her dad, and he's saying that they took an ancestry test to prove her Nigerian heritage. This doesn't look like a black man. This looks like a Hispanic man. And this is Ice Spice's mom. So it sounds to me like Ice Spice is claiming her little 8 to 10% Nigerian that she found out she has on the ancestry test. So the same energy that y'all be giving to Cardi B about saying the M word and all that stuff about her not being black, y'all need to give to Ice Spice. Something else that Cleo noted that was very similar to what Baby Storm said about Ice is that she's soulless and dark. And she also said that she felt like Ice was constantly trying to dim her light, but just doing damage control for herself from the Baby Storm situation. So it was like bringing Cleo on tour to the public was like, oh yeah, I'm a good friend. Like, I help my friends. But on the back end, Cleo is like, she's doing all this mistreating me and her team is mistreating me behind the scenes. And she had the flyer saying that the show started at 8 or 9, but had me going on stage at 7:30 when basically nobody was even there. Cleo said that Ice Spice thinks she's too big and too high up for anybody to talk to her. Cleo felt like she couldn't really say anything to her, and when she did, that's when Ice started allowing all of this treatment of her to happen. And she said she felt like Ice was low-key torturing her, like as retaliation for her speaking up about her having to carry her own bags, and Ice like saying what she said to her about getting her own hotel room after she told her that I got you, everything that you get, I'm gonna get, like, you gonna be with me. So these are a few of the text messages that Cleo showed between her and Ice, where Ice was basically telling her she's a bum, she's mad ungrateful, and that this is the shit that Yachty was talking about, like basically referencing Cleo like Caribou, I guess. Cleo went on to say that Ice told her that she didn't hang out with her childhood best friend now that she's famous because she didn't match her aesthetic. Cleo says she feel like Ice Spice took some of her style because, you know, Cleo is like an alternative girl. She wears her chunky boots and stuff. And she was like, when Ice came out, she was wearing bodysuits, 2 pieces, and Jordans. And everybody was saying she dressed tacky. Now she wearing the mini skirts and the chunky boots like me. She said the whole tour, she didn't get the vibe that they was friends. When they would get off like stage and it would be after the show, she would try to go in Ice's room. She wouldn't have nowhere to go because they would be like, oh, Ice don't want nobody in her room like right now. And she like, you know, I'm not a regular staff or like a fan. I'm supposed to be your friend. So why is it like you just never want to hang out with me after the show? And Cleo said that's really crazy to her because when she first met Ice, which she said that she met Ice the day before they did that Casa Not stream, by the way. But she said the first time she met Ice, Ice told her that she had been following her since high school, and it was a full circle moment. She couldn't believe she was like hanging out with her. So she was like, it's crazy how you like let this whole industry shit gas your head up, and you so big now, even though you skipped the grind part, because like she said, Ice really didn't have to grind, but now you so big and you think you that bitch and you couldn't wait to call me a bum, but you was a fan. So Cleo had sent Ice this long paragraph when they got off tour, telling her, you know, exactly how you made me feel. And she was like, it was a long paragraph, like I was talking to my nigga, like I'm expressing myself and trying to make her see as a friend how she made me feel. And Ice just basically told her she was a careerless bum, she was overreacting, dismissing her feelings, and that's the end of their friendship. So it seems like everything Baby Storm was saying, even though she doesn't seem like she's in the right headspace, everything she said about Ice not being a good friend, being a bully, using black girls as token black friends is all true, and feeling like she's better than them. So let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, and I'll keep y'all updated on the situation if there's any more developments. All right, bye.